source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. So this next one's the 12 Power song. And we all know our 12 powers, right? I'll be asking you to raise your hand if your neighbor doesn't know the 12 powers while we're singing. Just kidding. We had a YOU event, and the kids came up with some quiz questions for the game, and one of them was, what are the 12 powers? And all of a sudden, the whole room was like, 12 powers. You know, everyone has to round them up. And I was so proud of myself. And I just rattled them off. You know, you love, peace, joy, and everybody was aghast because nobody could do it that fast. It's because my wife wrote this song. So I'll sing them and you repeat. Love, faith, wisdom and power. Wisdom and power, strength, life, imagination, understanding. Zeal, will, elimination, order. All these things are mine in the spirit. All these things are mine in the spirit. Love, faith, wisdom and power, strength, life, imagination, understanding, zeal, will, elimination, order. All these things are mine in the spirit. Love, faith, wisdom and power. Love, faith, wisdom and power, strength, life, imagination, understanding. Zeal, will, elimination, order. All these things are mine in the spirit. Love.
Well, I just want to thank Michael for blessing us and starting us off in that joyous reminder that we do live and breathe our 12 powers. So welcome to Unity Center of Stockton. I'm Monica Hart. Thank you for bringing your love, your compassion, your kindness. Thank you for being here and being part of being the consciousness of this ministry. We are so glad that you're here. And let's look at our volunteers that serve every Sunday. And let's see who's serving us. Reverend Marianne, yes, yes, yay, 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 yay. Michael Lawson, the famous, who just did a beautiful concert last night at St. Paul's in Sacramento, Mr. Glenn Gomez, and Ms. Gladys. Ms. Gladys, who is serving us this morning. Here and behind the scenes, I want to remind you, this ministry does not operate without volunteers. It is so important that we have people stepping up. This is your ministry. And so I just want to mention that Gladys so kindly sends out those beautiful cards, birthday cards. So thank you. And so with that, the most important thing that we can do is go from here to here with Reverend Marianne Friend in prayer.
Candle represents the Christ that indwells each one of us, and it represents all of us. It lights this candle, signifying that the Christ is present in this room, in each of you, and me. Let's take a nice deep breath together, breathing in love. Exhaling everything else with a big sigh, letting it all go. Creator of all that is, we acknowledge your presence. We acknowledge the light in this special place, in this special room, in this holy temple. And in each holy temple that resides in each person here, we acknowledge you in ourselves and in each other. And we say thank you. Thank you for this new day to begin again, this new month, this new year. And we ask for divine guidance. We ask for the awareness, more awareness to fill our hearts, to fill our minds, to fill our lives. We ask that your presence be magnified in this awareness. We ask that you guide our steps in this journey. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you. Silent Unity each month creates sacred affirmations for us to enhance our consciousness. And so I would like us to say these affirmations. I will say it once, and then I'll invite you to repeat it with me. So we will have said it 2 times. So we begin with a breath. Let's breathe in that breath together. Sending the love out into the world, everywhere, into the world, knowing that love in this moment is healing. Inner peace. Peace fills me as I center myself in divine love together. Peace fills me as I center myself in divine love. Guidance. Okay. We do. All right. Okay. Well, let's just go with this. All right. Let's go. Ready? Let's start over. Stay in that place, that beautiful breath and inner peace. Together, we relax and breathe in the peace of God and guidance. As a creation of divine love and wisdom, I am guided in all that I do. Together, as a creation of divine love and wisdom, I am guided in all that I do. Healing. My body is energized by the healing life of spirit. Together, my body is energized by the healing life of spirit. Prosperity. I am a channel for the flow of abundance. Together, I am a channel for the flow of abundance. And world peace. Open to infinite love, I practice peace. Together. Open to infinite love, I practice peace. And so it is. So we're always so grateful when Spirit invites people seeking a sacred place, a place of love, Unity Center of Stockton. And we welcome anyone who is here for the first time, as well as our visitors who are watching us over Zoom, live streaming. So we welcome you. And so this is the time in our service when we get to greet each other. So may I invite you to say, I behold the magnificence in you. You know what? Welcome, 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 divine identity, divine nature souls. Welcome. The magnificence I can see is just filling this room. And what I love is that each of us can be authentic. Isn't that great? We don't have to be perfect. We can just show up just as we are, which is holy, whole, and complete, and pure love. And so, do we have a beautiful workshop that is coming up right after the service from 12 to 2, moving through transition? And you've already had an opportunity to meet Linda. I think she walked around and connected with you, Linda Davidson. And I just wanted to share a little bit of her background. She has over 25 years of experience as a consultant, working in various industries and spiritual communities. She has a master's degree in counseling with an emphasis in organization development, a bachelor's in management, and is a certified empowerment coach, and has done so much of this work all over with different Unity churches. So this, slipping into this beautiful event with lunch, these skills that you will experience, you will take with you for the rest of your life. This will be something that will become part of your heart-centered toolbox of skills. So we invite you to enjoy that with lunch. So let's go again from our minds, drop into our hearts. Today, the daily word is all about energetic. The limitless energy of spirit flows through me. I smile as I watch children at play. Their boundless energy seems so natural, so effortless. When I want to reclaim the same zeal and enthusiasm, one of our divine powers, I remember these divine gifts are already within me. Centered in this awareness, I feel renewed vitality. As I take care of my family, move through my workday, enjoy time with dear ones, or volunteer in my community or at Unity Center of Stockton, I engage it all with enthusiasm and feel my energy build. If I feel my enthusiasm falter, I don't despair. Instead, I pause for a moment to feel the quickening energy of spirit, the divine life and strength that are flowing through me. As I am revitalized, the world feels new. I shimmer with energy, and I go about doing all I feel called to do. Colossians 1:11. May you be made strong with all the strength that comes from his glorious power. And so it is. Amen. Now let's prepare for meditation.
Oh, Spirit, guide. Sorry. Oh, Spirit, guide me deep inside me. Take me to my heart place, the place of ease and grace. Breathe in this moment, this sacred moment. I am peace, I am renewed.
And so we breathe, feeling the chair supporting our bodies, feet resting on sacred ground. We bring our attention and our awareness to our heart space, breathing deeply into the heart. We let out a sigh together. And we breathe in again, breathing in the energy of love. Feeling that love sweep around that heart, sweeping around our chest, gathering up any distress, any anxiety, any worry. And we let it all go with the next breath. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the tip of your spine, right where you're sitting. And imagine a flower center, an energetic center, your root chakra. Visualize this flower as red and vibrant. And from the center of this flower, I invite you to send a grounding cord down through the floor, being firmly attached to your sit bones, to your tailbone. This grounding cord is strong, and it goes down through the floor, through the planet, to the center of the earth, grounding you to this body, this planet. And now, with that grounding cord firmly attached, we call back from the east and the west and the north and the south, up and down. We call back all energy, all of our sacred vitality that we may have unconsciously or consciously given away. We call back our energy now. This energy is return to innocence, return to wholeness, purified as it comes back. And now we send back, blessed and grateful, all energy that we may have accepted unconsciously or consciously from anyone else, any energy that doesn't belong to us. We send it back blessed. We send it back purified by the Holy Spirit, by the Creator of all that is. We send back what does not belong to us. We send it all back with a deep breath and an exhale out. Any residue of energy that does not belong to us now leaves the vicinity. And we take another deep breath in, bringing our awareness to our heart space. And there resides a living fountain of liquid light, living water. This fountain is the Christ light, the divinity of you. And it is always there. It can grow dim as a match. But as we turn our attention to this light, to this fountain, we acknowledge it and it grows. The light grows brighter and the fountain grows higher. From our heart space, this fountain, this bubbling fountain of light, of goodness, of love, bubbles higher and higher, flowing down, saturating every cell, every blood vessel, every organ, every hair, every skin follicle in our bodies, healing, bringing us back to the awareness of our true self. Spiritual beings, but also human beings, grounded firmly on the planet. But the awareness looking through these eyes is co-creators, drops in the ocean of love. You are gods in a body. Your human goodness, human love. You are stars. And this light grows and grows until it flows out from the top of your head, another larger flower center on the crown at the top of your head, your crown chakra. We see it opening petal by luminous petal. And this golden light flowing out like a huge fountain through the crown of our heads, flowing down all around us, touching the person next to you, blending with their lights. And all the lights on the planet, all the stars in the universe. Because truly we are one light, individualized expressions of the one light, the one love, the creator that is all good, all powerful, everywhere present. And we breathe into this liquid fountain. We breathe in the light. We breathe it into our lungs and into our hearts. We feel it saturating our brain cells, revitalizing our bodies, cleansing all sorrow and despair from our hearts. And I invite you to smile to yourself and visualize an oval mirror in front of you. And in your mind's eye, look into the mirror and gaze upon the Christ that you are. And say, I love you. I love you. I love you. You are here on a holy mission from God. You've been sent to shine your light with joy. If you see darkness all around, realize that you are the light. You are the light. You are the light of the world. I love you. And now say to that image in the mirror, you've done the best you could with what you knew. It's okay to make mistakes while learning. You are my beloved, in whom I am well pleased. I love you. And we take these words, we take this truth into our hearts. And our hearts are sealed with this blessing. Our bodies are blessed. Our spirits are blessed. We are healed and whole, blessed and grateful as we rest here in the silence. And now, you beautiful, individualized expressions of love, I invite you to come back into this space. Feel that awareness inside your bodies. Wiggle your toes and Take another intentional, nice, deep breath. And remembering to breathe through the rest of this service to the beautiful workshop following. And remember, as you take each intentional breath, you are fanning the flames of the light within you. You are the beloved. And so it is. Amen. Light. Good morning, good morning. So, my talk this morning is called Foundations of Unity. So it's January. This center has been through a lot this last year, a lot of transit. We're moving through transition, and it's a brand new beginning. It's a brand new beginning in this beautiful, holy, sacred center that we bless. It is blessed because of each of you. And we are building the sacredness and the energy of this space with our intentions and with our love. So, years ago, let's see how many years ago. Next month, I'll be 65. When I was 40, I went as a truth student in Unity. I was at Unity of Modesto. I had an opportunity. I was reading Science of Mind magazine, and they always have all these good conferences and stuff, and they were having a Marianne Williamson and Neale Donald Walsch, hosted by Gerald Jampolsky. Now, I don't know if you guys know who all those people are, but if you've been in Unity and New Thought, they're big names. They were going to be in Hawaii, hosted by the Unity Church. And Gerald was hosting a dialogue between Neale Donald Walsch and Marianne Williamson. And at the same time, Unity of Oahu, or Unity of Hawaii is the name, they were hosting what was called back then CEP classes, which is continuing education for Unity, which are Unity classes that you can take for credit, which are still available, by the way, and we'll be having some here. So I'm like, oh, number one, Hawaii's my favorite place. And number two, I can go to classes there. And number three, meet my hero at the time, and still presidential candidate, Marianne Williamson. At the time, she was, and still is, one of probably the most famous face of A Course in Miracles. So it was basically A Course in Miracles meets Conversations with God, because they both had these best-selling books. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm going to start can we turn that down just a little, Dawn? Thank you. I'm being heated up here. I'm going to read you a little story, and it's a children's story written by Neale Donald Walsch. It's called The Little Soul and the Sun. Once upon a no time, get that right. Once upon no time, there was a little soul who said to God, "I know who I am." And the little soul shouted, "I'm the light." God smiled a big smile. "That's right." God exclaimed, "You are the light." The little soul was so happy, for it had figured out what all souls in the kingdom were there to figure out. "Wow," said the little soul, "this is really cool." But soon, knowing who it was not enough. The little soul felt stirrings inside and now wanted to be who it was. And so the little soul went back to God, which is not a bad idea for all souls who want to be who they really are, and said, "Hi, God. Now that I know who I am, is it okay for me to be it?" And God said, "You mean you want to be who you already are?" "Well," replied the little soul, "it's one thing to know who I am, and another thing altogether to actually be it. I want to feel what it's like to be the light." "But you already are the light," God repeated, smiling again. "Yes, but I want to see what it feels like," cried the little soul. "Well," said God with a chuckle, "I suppose I should have known. You always were the adventuresome one." Then God's expression changed. "There's only one thing." "What?" asked the little soul. "Well, there's nothing else but the light, you see. I created nothing but what you are. And so there is no easy way for you to experience yourself as who you are, since there's nothing you are not." "Huh?" said the little soul, who was just not a little confused. "Think of it this way," said God. "You're like a candle in the sun. Oh, you're there all right, along with a million gazillion other candles who make up the sun. And the sun would not be the sun without you, nor it would be a sun without one of its candles, and that would not be the sun at all, for it would not shine as brightly. Yet, how to know yourself as the light when you are amidst the light? That is the question." "Well," the little soul perked up, "you're God. Think of something." Once more God smiled. "I already have," God said. "Since you cannot see yourself as the light, when you are the light, we'll surround you with darkness." "What's darkness?" the little soul asked. God replied, "It is that which you are not." "Will I be afraid of the dark?" cried the little soul. "Only if you choose to be," God answered. "There is nothing really to be afraid of, unless you decide that there is. You see, we are making it all up. We are pretending." "Oh," said the little soul, and felt better already. Then God explained that in order to experience anything at all, the exact opposite of it will appear. "It's a great gift," God said, "because without it, you could not know what anything is like. You could not know warm without cold, up without down, fast without slow. You could not know left without right, here without there, now without then." Sorry. And so God concluded, when you are surrounded with darkness, do not shake your fist and raise your voice and curse the darkness. Rather be a light unto the darkness, and don't be mad about it. Then you will know who you really are, and all others will know too. Let your light shine so that everyone will know how special you are. "You mean it's okay to let others see how special I am?" asked the little soul. "Of course," God chuckled, "it's very okay. But remember, special does not mean better. Everyone is special, each in their own way. Yet many others have forgotten that. They will see that it is okay for them to be special only when you see that it is okay for you to be special." "Wow," said the little soul, dancing and skipping and laughing and jumping with joy. "I can be as special as I want to be." "Yes, and you can start right now," said God, who was dancing and skipping and laughing right along with the little soul. What sort of special do you want to be? What part of special? The little soul repeated. I don't understand. Well, God explained, being the light is being special, and being special has a lot of parts to it. It is special to be kind. It is special to be gentle. It is special to be creative. It is special to be patient. Can you think of any other ways it is special to be? The little soul sat quietly for a moment. I can think of lots of ways to be special, the little soul then exclaimed. It's special to be helpful. It's special to be sharing. It's special to be friendly. It's special to be considerate of others. Yes, God agreed, and you can be all of those things, or any part of special you wish to be at any moment. That's what it means to be the light. I know what I want to be. I know what I want to be, the little soul announced with great excitement. I want to be the part of special called forgiving. Isn't it special to be forgiving? Oh, yes, God assured the little soul. That is very special. Okay, said the little soul, that's what I want to be. I want to be forgiving. I want to experience myself as that. Good, said God, but there's one thing you should know. The little soul was becoming a bit impatient now. It always seemed as though there was some complication. What is it? The little soul sighed. There's no one to forgive. No one? The little soul could hardly believe what had been said. No one, God repeated. Everything I have made is perfect. There is not a single soul in all creation less perfect than you. Look around you. It was then that the little soul realized a large crowd had gathered. Souls had come from far and wide, from all over the kingdom, for the word had gone forth that the little soul was having this extraordinary conversation with God, and everyone wanted to hear what they were saying. Looking at the countless other souls gathered there, the little soul had to agree. None appeared less wonderful, less magnificent, or less perfect than the little soul itself. Such was the wonder of the souls gathered around, and so bright was their light that the little soul could scarcely gaze upon them. Who then to forgive? Asked God. Boy, this is going to be no fun at all, grumbled the little soul. I wanted to experience myself as the one who forgives. I wanted to know what that part of special is like. And the little soul learned that it must feel like what it must feel like to be sad. But just then, a friendly soul stepped forward from the crowd. Not to worry, little soul, the friendly soul said. I will help you. You will? The little soul brightened. But what can you do? Why, I can give you someone to forgive. You can? Certainly, chirped the friendly soul. I can come into your next lifetime and do something for you to forgive. But why? Why would you do that? The little soul asked. You, who are a being of such utter perfection, you who vibrate with such a speed that it creates a light so bright that I can hardly gaze upon you. What could cause you to want to slow down your vibration to such a speed that your light would become dark and dense? What could cause you, you who are so light that you dance upon the stars and move through the kingdom with the speed of your thought, to come into my life and make yourself so heavy that you could do this bad thing? Simple, the friendly soul said. I would do it because I love you. The little soul seemed surprised at the answer. "Don't be so amazed," said the friendly soul. "You have done the same thing for me. Don't you remember? Oh, we have danced together, you and I, many times. Through the eons and across the ages have we danced. Across all time and many places have we played together. You just don't remember. We have been both all of it. We have been the up and the down of it, the left and the right of it. We have been the here and there of it, and the now and then of it. We have been the male and the female, the good and the bad. We have both been the victim and the villain of it. Now we come together, you and I. We have come together, you and I, many, many times, each bringing the other the exact opportunity to express and experience who we really are. And so, the friendly soul explained further, I will come into your next lifetime and be the bad one this time. I will do something really, really terrible, and then you can experience yourself as the one who forgives. But what will you do? The little soul asked, just a little nervously. That will be so terrible. Oh, replied the friendly soul with a twinkle, we'll think of something. Then the friendly soul seemed to turn serious and said in a quiet voice, you are right about one thing, you know. What is that? The little soul wanted to know. I will have to slow down my vibration and become very heavy to do this not so nice thing. I will have to pretend to be something very unlike myself. And so I have but one favor to ask of you in return. Oh, anything, cried the little soul, beginning to dance and sing. I get to be forgiving, I get to be forgiving. Then the little soul saw that the friendly soul was remaining very quiet. What is it? The little soul asked. What can I do for you? You're such an angel to be willing to do this for me. Of course, this friendly soul is an angel, God interrupted. Everyone is. Always remember, I have sent you nothing but angels. And so the little soul wanted more than ever to grant the friendly soul's request. What can I do for you? The little soul asked again. In the moment that I strike you and smite you, the friendly soul replied, in the moment that I do the worst to you that you could possibly imagine, in that very moment. Yes, the little soul interrupted, yes. Remember who I really am. Oh, I will, cried the little soul. I promise I will always remember you as I see you right here, right now. Good, said the friendly soul. Because you see, I've been pretending so hard. I will have been pretending so hard. I will have forgotten myself. And if you don't remember me as I really am, I may not be able to remember for a very, very long time. And if I forget who I am, you may even forget who you are. And we will both be lost. And we will need another soul to come along and remind us of both who we are. Remind both of us who we are. No, we won't, the little soul promised again. I will remember you, and I will thank you for bringing me this gift, the chance to experience myself as who I am. And so the agreement was made, and the little soul went forth into a new lifetime, expecting to be the light, excited to be the light, which was very special, and excited to be that part of special called forgiveness. And the little soul waited anxiously to be able to experience itself as forgiveness and to thank whatever other souls made it possible. And at all the moments in this new lifetime, Whenever a new soul appeared on the scene, whether that new soul brought joy or sadness, and especially if it brought sadness, the little soul thought of what God had said. Always remember, God had smiled. I have sent you nothing but angels. Nothing but angels. That's what we all are. So we have this new beginning. January 21st, 2024, Unity Center of Stockton. It's a brand new day from this moment forward. Brand new lives, each one of us, from this moment forward. This story is true. It's a true story. And as long as we're still on the planet, our story is not over. It's just beginning. So, the foundations. What is the foundation of Unity? When I came into Unity 30-something years ago, I felt kind of like a leaf in the wind. I had had a spiritual background, a religious background in the Baptist church as a child. And then, as teenagers do, you go away from that. We moved to another town. My foundation was my grandmother, and we went to church every Sunday, and I got that core message from her, that foundation that has stayed with me at the bedrock my entire life. And even though I went to a Baptist church, I was talking to Willie, I asked him how Esther was this morning, Esther's in this other church. Unity, at our foundation, the movement of unity, we honor all paths to God. It's like a wheel. Here's God, creator, source, higher power, love, whatever your name for source is the hub of this giant cosmic wheel. And all of the paths to that, which everything is a path to source, because we come from source and we go back to source, is on this wheel. We are on the path called Unity. And Unity Worldwide Ministries is in this flux of change, of transition right now too, trying to define who we are as a movement. And that's all out there, which is, it's interesting and, to know what's going on. So we have part of it, our the Unity Worldwide mission statement right now, vision and mission, goes something like this. Unity is a Christian-based religion based on the teachings of Jesus Christ, and we honor all paths. That is the official statement from headquarters. But all Unity centers, churches, spiritual centers, we get to define who we are. And yes, we honor and believe that Jesus Christ not being Jesus's last name, but it's a description of what and who he came here to be, the light that he came onto this planet. We see Jesus as a way shower, as our older brother, and as an example. We follow the teachings of Jesus in his ministry here on earth, as well as other souls that have made an impact on the planet. The Buddha, other teachers. We honor all paths because they all are based on the core foundation, which in my belief system is love. The Baptist church that I was raised in, my grandmother was my teacher over and above the pastor. And I would question her. She had her Bible, and it was earmarked and underlined and battered because she had it out every day. She was searching through that Bible for all of the evidence that love is the only power. And I would say, well, what about this? It says we're going to go to hell. She says, you know, Jesus said, love one another. You are the light. Don't hide your light under the bushel. It surpasses every commandment. It surpasses every scripture. You are the light of the world, and love is what that light consists of. So going forward, if this is a brand new ministry, we take inventory of what we have, right? So what do we have here? We have a beautiful new church, a new center, a church, a holy temple to come and celebrate the lights that we are and the vision and mission that we will create together that serves each individual and the collective unity center of Stockton. So we went through the last month or two of Burning Bowl, Whitestone, we had one more. We've been releasing and letting go and grieving this past year. And it's left a lot of us sad, and it's left a damper on this ministry. And we acknowledge it. We acknowledge that stuff happened. And we bless those that have decided to leave. And then we turn around, we pivot, and we turn around, and we look around the room, and we behold the magnificence of those who want to continue to build this movement, to build this ministry. The dedication of the volunteers. This is a volunteer organization. No one has to be here. You're here because you love this place, right? You love unity. You love your community. You love each other. So the basis of unity are its teachings. The 12 powers. But my favorites and the bedrock of this community is the 5 unity principles. Albert Einstein said, do you live in a friendly universe or an unfriendly universe? The very first principle says it's a friendly universe. It's God, and that God is everywhere present, all-powerful, and love. All good, goodness itself. That's our first principle. So just like this story, we're all lights. And yeah, some angels have come to show us the contrast. So we choose in our hearts and minds as we go into prayer, we go into meditation, to see them and remember the last line. God has sent us nothing but angels. So we bless them on their way. We bless those characters in our lives that have broke our hearts. We bless them and we release them. And we turn around and we pivot, and we know that we are the light. And that where 2 or more are joined, there I am in the midst. This is holy ground because you're here. You are what make this place. You are the light of the world. So our inventory, we have this beautiful space that we bought. We're going to have a nice kitchen and a place to have events. to celebrate, to play, to sing. We're going to move forward. We're going to be prayer-based. We're going to affirm with our word and call it good. We name everything. In the beginning was the Word. And then we were given the power to name it. So we name this place, Unity Center of Stockton, we name it good. We name it a place of safety, a place of love, a place of acceptance, a place of comfort, a place of prayer. And we will build on that foundation. We will be a light, a beacon that shines all the way over there to March Lane. We'll be a light. We'll be a magnet for those who need love, who need to be told you are the magnificence of God. We'll be a place of refuge, a place of healing. We'll heal each other by remembering who we are. This place is precious because you're precious. Don't give up on Unity. Don't give up on Unity Center of Stockton. This is your spiritual home, and it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I love you. Namaste. Don't worry.
I could just feel I could see your smile, and I could just see the music just flowing through you as it connected with each of us with a cello. What a great, right? Yes. Oh my gosh, thank you. And I know the message was fabulous. I know it was. I was just driving to Subway and coming back, and I know it was good. So this is the time in our service that we invite you to hold that beautiful prosperity, that financial prosperity that is filled with love, that comes through your heart. And we invite anyone who is live streaming with us, if you feel moved and you would like to support us, that you can go online, Unity Center of Stockton.org, and click on the Give button. So thank you. And as you hold that beautiful offering filled with love, let's together share our offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Oh, sweet Spirit, we give thanks for these gifts and tithes, and we see these gifts pressed down, multiplied, and spilling over, blessing this ministry and blessing each one who gives their gift in support of this ministry, Unity Center of Stockton. These gifts will bless this community, bless this town of Stockton, and further the unity movement on the planet. God is love, and this love spreads and permeates each one of us as we go out and pollinate with love our families and our friends. Thank you, sweet Spirit. So it is. Amen. Okay, let's sing our peace to you. Yes, we're calling.